Hey, have you ever wondered where in America Catholicism isn't just a religion, but the heartbeat of an entire community? Today, we're diving into the top 8 Catholic towns in the U.S., all with populations under 40,000, where faith shapes every street corner, school, and celebration. From historic shrines to modern Catholic havens, these places are living proof of how faith can define a community. Whether you're a devout Catholic, curious about the faith, or just love a good story about vibrant small-town life, stick around. This list will surprise you. Let's kick things off with number 8. Picture a place called Christmastown. That's Bethlehem, Connecticut, a tiny gem of 3,400 people. Every December, it transforms with dazzling Christmas displays, drawing thousands to its festival. The local post office? Swamped with cards for that Bethlehem postmark. It's also home to the Abbey of Regina Laudis, a Benedictine monastery founded in 1947, radiating contemplative peace. Nearby, St. Teresa of Avila Parish keeps the faith alive with historic roots. Next, at number 7, we head to St. Augustine, Florida. Founded in 1565 by Spanish Catholics, it's the oldest continuously occupied European settlement in the U.S. The Cathedral Basilica, with its Spanish colonial charm, is the nation's oldest parish. Don't miss the Shrine of Our Lady of La Leche, a sacred spot for families since the 1600s. Ready for more? Let's keep going. Now that we've got a taste of history and holiday spirit, let's dive deeper into towns where Catholicism isn't just part of the culture. It's the foundation. At number 6, we're in New Ulm, Minnesota, a town of 14,000 with a proud German Catholic heritage. Imagine walking into the Cathedral of the Holy Trinity, built in 1893, with its jaw-dropping Baroque architecture and stained-glass windows that seem to glow with stories of faith. This isn't just a church, it's the heart of the Diocese of New Ulm, established in 1957. Having a diocese headquartered here means locals have front-row seats to ordinations, pilgrimages, and conferences that bring the community together. Ever been to a diocesan event? They're like spiritual pep rallies, uniting everyone from kids to grandparents. New Ulm's Catholic vibe is so strong you can feel it in the air, especially during festivals celebrating their German roots. And if you're wondering about Reddit's take, users on Our Catholicism call New Ulm a hidden gem for its authentic, lived-out faith. Moving to number 5, let's talk about Front Royal, Virginia. This town of 15,000 has a wild past. Back in the 1700s, it was called Helltown because of rowdy workers from the Shenandoah River. Fast forward to today, and it's a Catholic powerhouse. Christendom College is the star here, a liberal arts school laser-focused on church teachings. Students don't just study theology, they live it, with daily Mass and a campus culture that's unapologetically Catholic. The town's parishes, like St. John the Baptist, are buzzing with traditional liturgies and ministries for every age. Ever heard of Human Life International? Their pro-life headquarters is right here, making Front Royal a hub for advocacy. Plus, the Shenandoah Valley's beauty offers a perfect backdrop for retreats or outdoor Stations of the Cross. It's the kind of place where you could stumble into a rosary walk and end up praying with strangers who feel like family. Now, let's shift gears to number 4, Emmitsburg, Maryland. With just 3,000 people, this town punches way above its weight. Why? It's home to the National Shrine of St. Elizabeth Ann Seton, the first American-born saint. Her story, going from a wealthy New Yorker to a Catholic convert founding schools for the poor, is the kind of tale that inspires Reddit threads and late-night debates. The shrine is a place where you can almost feel her presence, especially during Mass. Nearby, the Grotto of Our Lady of Lourdes is a serene spot for prayer, with paths winding through gardens that make you forget the world's chaos. Then there's Mount St. Mary's University and its seminary, training priests who carry the faith forward. If you're a young Catholic wondering where to find a community that lives its faith 24/7, Emmitsburg's your answer. Fun fact, some Redditors say the town's vibe is so holy, it's like Vatican City, but with better hiking. At number 3, we're in St. Mary's, Kansas, a town of 2,700 that's become a magnet for traditionalist Catholics. This place is shaped by the Society of St. Pius X, a group dedicated to the traditional Latin Mass. Now, they're a bit controversial, canonically irregular as the Church puts it, but Pope Francis has given their priests the green light to hear confessions, so the sacraments are legit. The crown jewel here is Immaculata Church, a stunning new build designed for the Latin Mass, with every detail screaming devotion. St. Mary's Academy and College keeps the classical Catholic education alive, teaching kids everything from Latin to logic. This town's so tight-knit, it's like stepping into a Catholic time capsule. If you're into traditional liturgy, you'll feel right at home. But here's a twist. Some locals joke on social media that the town's so Catholic, even the coffee shops close for Sunday Mass. Let's pause for a second. What makes these towns stand out? It's not just churches or schools. It's the way faith weaves into daily life. From New Ulm's Cathedral to St. Mary's Latin Mass, these places aren't just surviving, they're thriving. And if you're wondering how they compare to, say, Catholic hotspots in Europe, here's the deal. American Catholic towns have a unique grit. They're not leaning on centuries-old cathedrals like Rome or Krakow. These communities built their faith from the ground up, often in the face of a secular culture. It's like they're saying, we're Catholic, and we're proud. Deal with it. Speaking of proud, Reddit users often share stories of visiting these towns and feeling like they've found a spiritual home. Ever felt that way about a place? Drop it in the comments. Now, let's hit number 2, Steubenville, Ohio. This town of 18,000 is a Catholic juggernaut, thanks to Franciscan University. If you haven't heard of their youth conferences, you're missing out. They draw thousands of teens for worship, talks, and straight-up Catholic energy. The university's all about evangelization, forming students who live their faith boldly. Parishes like St. Peter's keep the town humming with daily sacraments and Eucharistic adoration. As the seat of the Diocese of Steubenville, it's a hub for vocations and pro-life work. Families love it here. There's Catholic schooling, homeschooling support, and ministries galore. Fun fact, some ex-users call Steubenville the Catholic Hogwarts because of its intense faith formation. If you're young and Catholic, this town's like a spiritual boot camp, in the best way. And now, the number 1 Catholic town in America, Ave Maria, Florida. This place, with just over 6,000 people, was literally built from scratch to be a Catholic paradise. Founded in 2005 by Tom Monaghan, the Domino's Pizza founder, it's centered around Ave Maria University and a stunning parish church with a 30-foot marble Annunciation sculpture. Streets like Pope John Paul II, Boulevard and Seton Way scream Catholic pride. The town's alive with rosary rallies, pro-life events, and feasts like the Assumption, complete with processions and special masses. It's the kind of place where faith isn't just practiced, it's celebrated daily. Reddit users rave about Ave Maria's intentional community, with some calling it Catholic Disney World, but holier. So, what ties these towns together? They're proof that faith can shape a community, no matter its size. From historic St. Augustine to modern Ave Maria, they show Catholicism's enduring spirit. Which town would you visit? Drop it in the comments and check out our other videos on Catholic culture. Until next time, keep the faith.